Increasing gas prices in Ukraine. Arcelor Mittal Kriviy Rig returns to the usual working rhythm after the strike of workers in the railway workshop. Stable economic growth in the countries of the Visegrad Group in the coming years. European Union in anticipation of United States decision on duties on steel and aluminium. The main events in the metal market of the past week in the weekly review of Metal News. The program is supported by the Techenergoprom Group. From the 1st of June, Naftogaz Ukraine will raise gas prices for industrial consumers by an average of 7% compared to May. The minimum prices will increase from 9.1 thousand hryvnias per 1,000 cubic meter up to 10,000 hryvnias per 1,000 cubic meter, and the maximum from 10,000 hryvnias per 1,000 cubic meter to 10.9 thousand hryvnias per 1,000 cubic meter. Prices include 20% VAT. From the 1st of May, natural gas tariffs from industrial enterprises have grown by an average of 5.3%. In January-April 2018, industrial enterprises consumed about 615 million cubic meters of natural gas, which is 2% less than in the same period of the last year. Arcelor Mittal Kriviy Rig is gradually returning to the usual operating mode after the forced suspension of production as a result of the strike of railway workers. On May 16, the staff of the railway workshop joined the protest action of the railway workers of Ukrzaliznytsia, as a result of which the work of the enterprise was paralyzed. On the 21st of May, the enterprise started resuming the work of agglomeration and blast furnace shops, solving the problem of providing and operating the railway transport. In the near future, it is planned to launch steelmaking and suction rolling production. However, exact terms are not yet announced. Trading companies confirmed that in the reporting week, the enterprise resumed shipment of previously manufactured rolled products by rail to the domestic market. The crushing processing factories was put into operation only in the morning on the 21st of May. A number of market participants believe that Arcelor Mittal Kriviy Rig can solve this problem by purchasing the necessary amount of material in a free market, but contracts have not yet been fixed. The merger of Thyssen Group and Tata Steel was postponed as the Tata Working Committee in the Netherlands needs more time to evaluate the deal. According to information from international sources, it is expected that companies will decide to establish a joint venture with an equal share in August. The Working Committee is still trying to assess the risks and consequences of the merger for the assets of Tata Steel. We believe that we need at least 2 or 3 months to complete our work. A thorough examination is more important for us than the pace, said the president of the Working Committee in the Netherlands, Frits van Wieringen. Earlier, it was expected that companies could sign a contract on the establishment of a joint venture in the first half of 2018. The savings from the merger of Thyssen Group and Tata Steel are projected to be 400–600 million euro. In the coming years, after the creation of the joint venture, it is planned to reduce 4,000 jobs in administrative and production spheres. The largest metallurgical plant in Central Europe is United States Steel Košice, counts on stable economic growth in the countries of the Visegrad Group in the coming years. The economic growth of the Visegrad 4, Poland, Czech Republic, Slovakia and Hungary continues to exceed the Eurozone's indicator. The USSK reported in a presentation at the regional meeting of Central European steel distributors held in Vienna in mid-May. It is expected that in 2018, Poland's GDP will increase by 4.1%, in Czech Republic 3.4%, in Slovakia 3.6%, in Hungary 3.7%. In 2018, the GDP growth of the Eurozone is estimated to be only 2.4%. The growth of the construction industry of the Visegrad 4 in 2018-2020, according to expectations, will be from 1.1% to 2.6%, automotive sector from 0.1% to 2.5%, household appliances industry 4%. Forecasts for the Central European metallurgical industry remain quite optimistic in terms of consumption. Since the introduction of prospective measures in 2016-2017, the situation with imports has stabilized and prices began to rise. European suppliers managed to realize a significant amount of rebars in the United States, partially covering the orders lost by Turkey after the first announcement under Article 232. The further presence of factories from the European Union in the United States market may be limited and in many respects will depend on the expected US decision regarding trade restrictions for Europe. As a result, Turkey still may have a chance to resume cooperation with United States rebars buyers, but competition with alternative suppliers will definitely grow. Producers from European Union who received a temporary exemption from payment of a 25% duty as a part of the decision after Article 232 were able to realize large amounts of rebars in the United States as Turkey ceased cooperation with United States buyers. Since the end of March, companies from Italy have concluded deals for a total volume of up to 70,000 tons of material shipped in April-May. At the same time, Megasa sold about 35,000 tons of rebars. Further cooperation will be largely determined by the United States decision on the European question. By the 1st of June 2018, the United States authorities must announce a decision on the import steel from Europe. Most market participants believe that suppliers will receive a certain quota as a restrictive measure. The large Chinese steel producer Baotou Iron and Steel, located in Inner Mongolia, has increased its exports from the first 4 months of 2018. This was the biggest growth among all Chinese metallurgical companies. In the period from January to April this year, the company shipped 670,000 tons of finished rolled products. According to the local newspaper Baotou Daily, this is 25% higher in the annual comparison, with the volume of exports increased by 49%. The increase of export performance became the largest in China. Nevertheless, the rapid growth in sales to external markets began last year. The manufacturer exported more than 928,000 tons of finished steel products to 56 countries, which is 58% higher than in 2016. Significant support to the indicators of the export business of the company was provided by the governmental initiative One Belt, One Road. In the period from January to April, more than 385,000 tons of steel products were shipped to the countries that are participants of this program. In addition, the export sales market of steel production Balgang expanded after the company received permission to supply rails to European countries. You are watching Metal News Review for the week. Indicative prices for the current positions by the end of the reporting week look like this. You have watched the weekly review of Metal News. Your subscription to the channel and clicking on the bell will allow you to be aware of the main events of the total metal market every week.